Hi, Facebook friends. Helen Archontou here, CEO of the YWCA of Northern New Jersey. Thank God it's Friday. And not only is it Friday and we get to kick off the weekend, but you see what I did there? Kickoff. It's also Super Bowl weekend, so it's a lot of time that people are used to gathering and getting together and enjoying the game, enjoying their friends, enjoying their food. Um, and as we talked about, from gatherings throughout the year this year, they're all looking a little bit different, but that is allowing a lot of creativity. It's allowing for us to really step back and look at what are the most important pieces and have some gratitude about that, from our gatherings. But it's definitely still a time to be festive and create some joy, which is something we all desperately need, especially if you've been shoveling snow all week. If you've been from the New Jersey, esque area, you really just want to kick back and relax and enjoy the weekend for sure. So we thought, who better to talk to about throwing a party than these two ladies who, if you've been a follower of YWTV, you have met them both before. And I'm so grateful to have them come back and talk to us about throwing this very fun weekend party. We have Alexis Moore with us, who is the principal vibe creator from Hosted and by TMC, and she's going to help us, talk about the actual event. And so we'll start with her, and let me tell you a little bit about her background for those of you who don't know her. She has worked in the planning industry for almost 20 years. She loves to bring people together to find a common connection, and that's always been her focus. And she combined her passion for hosting and the experience that she gained in other industries to offer to offer ideas for someone who's novice or for an experienced host, and everybody in between a new perspective on how to come together on their hosting experience. She started her company Hosted in 2018 to help hosts of all levels create space for intentional connections by bridging the gap between modern day distractions and interpersonal skills. And really exciting, hold it up, hold it up, hold it up. Her book is here. Woohoo! Congratulations, Alexis. So that's the big news since we last saw you. So let's quickly talk about that.
Sure.
Into the Super Bowl fun.
Sure. So I'm so excited. The last time I was here, the book had just come out, and thank goodness it is out and in people's hands, and I'm so excited. And it has really been influencing the conversation around hosting and hospitality. And I couldn't be more excited about it and the conversations that are happening around intentional hosting.
Well, and I'm so excited about the book, and tell us where we can get it.
Sure. So you can receive a signed copy of the book if you go to my website, www.hostedbytmc.com, or you can order it on any of the major book retailer sites, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, and you can actually just type into Google "When We All Get Together," and it should pull up some additional vendors to be able to buy the book.
Super exciting. So everyone, we have the link in our comments so that you can go right to it and find Alexis, find her book, find more about her company and business. But, let's jump in. Let's talk about, so yeah, we're used to all getting together and having a big house party with a ton of people and, watching the game. So what do we do this year?
So this year, I think it's we have been required all of last year to really tap into our creativity, and it's going to be no different this year. The good thing about the Super Bowl is that the Super Bowl parties tend to be informal and casual, and we should really play into that. It's right around the corner, February 7th. So for those planners, should really think fast. I know we were chatting about the game. It should be really exciting. It is a competition between Tom Brady, who we know is participating in his 10th Super Bowl. So we know him as the greatest of all time, and against Patrick Mahomes, who we deem to be the future of football. And he's looking to get his second consecutive Super Bowl win. So it should be exciting, and we want to be able to play into that when we're thinking about our gathering this year. It'll likely be at home with our family and those that are in our pods. But it should be fun and exciting.
That's great. So, and thanks for giving us the deets about the game, because if you're like me, I'm all about the food. I'm all about the halftime show. I used to be about the commercials, but this year I'm all about the commercials not happening and the money being donated to important causes. I did hear that was happening.
Yeah.
But the deets about the game were good too. So any other trips or tips or thoughts about something that we can do, something to make it special?
Absolutely. So this year it's going to be about thinking outside the box. And I agree with you, Helen. Whether you're hosting in a really small gathering, you're still going to have a variety in the interest level of Super Bowl, right? So you're going to have those folks that are committed to the game. If you're anything like me and like you, Helen, you shared, you're there for the food, the snacks, the commercials, and the entertainment. And I think as a host, that variety in interest levels play into it, because I think it's going to be able to make for a really fun and exciting event. The key is to tap into recreating experiences that spark some level of nostalgia. That's going to really trigger some memories and really create a rich experience. So if you're thinking outside the box, follow me along. Think about recreating experiences. We love to recreate a tailgate experience, whether it's indoors or outdoors. Think about how you can do that to put you really in the atmosphere of the game. That can be through the creative ways that you're serving your food in fun containers. I have a few fun containers that we like to use. Even think about face painting, finding your favorite jersey, making sure that you are kind of really in a festive mode. And I think if you're no matter like what the crowd size is, you can find different ways to be able to give people opportunities to engage in the event. If you're super adventurous and if you are a football fanatic, you are no stranger to cold weather. If you want to get the family outside just before the game, even if it's snowing, might be a fun day for a flag football game to get folks in the mindset. Thinking a little bit more about the game. Let's say the halftime show. And now I'll ask Helen. Helen, are you interested in the headliners that are for the halftime show? I think it's The Weeknd. I think Miley Cyrus is going to make an appearance.
I have to say, I don't know. I don't know that it even matters sometimes who it is, because I just think that they always make it so fun that, even if they're not your favorite performer, just the electricity around it makes it something worth checking in for. So yeah, I'm all for the fun of the halftime show.
Absolutely. And I think that you can share that experience and take the halftime show online to a Zoom session, a viewing session with friends or family. And let's say you're not into the artist. Let's just say you're not into it. Here's a kind of out of the box thing. Think about joining another family or friends on Zoom and do a lip sync contest or a karaoke contest and create your own halftime show. Get the kids involved. It could be really fun, a really fun experience. So thinking outside the box.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea, because so many of us do have little ones running around in the house too. And that's a great way to give them something to look forward to and help them stay settled during the game if it's not so exciting to them.
Yeah, and I will say the speaking of children, I think it is when you tap into their creativity, it gives them more of a vested interest in the event. So if you're planning on decorating, which I encourage you to do because it creates that atmosphere, ask them to help. When they're showing their creativity, they're going to be more vested, and ask them to create the decor or even signs for their teams or the teams that they think that they'll be supporting during the game, because it helps create some excitement around it. I also think that if you have, if you can create some fun games that can be played throughout the event, for adults and for children. You know me, I always like to include a little lesson. So maybe you create a football bingo board, and add in the content about sportsmanship or camaraderie to help younger children learn about the game, but then also life lessons. We talked about the commercials. There'll be some commercials. So maybe think about doing a rating system for your family on what are fun commercials to do. And then also there is, we were talking about, there's some folks that have, some companies that have opted out of the commercials to give to charitable organizations. You can do that too. So think about using this Sunday and think about your friendship groups, whether it's a game where you're placing a friendly wager, where the pool of money goes to a charity or an organization that to you and your family. So take a nod from what organizations are doing and bring it closer to home. And I think it really make a really fun but really fulfilling experience.
That's wonderful. I love all those ideas. I love the rating system for the commercials. That's so much fun. I love getting the kids involved by making decorations and signs to cheer along. So many fun ideas. And you know, I'm all about the lessons. That's another great tip. And what a wonderful way if you are going to, you know, create a little wager and then put that money right into donating for a favorite cause for all of you, because we know that there's so many people that are in desperate need, especially more so this year than ever before. And there's so many organizations that are really stepping up. So that little bit will help for sure. And it does make a fun afternoon also meaningful.
Yeah, absolutely. It can be fun and meaningful at the same time.
Well, thank you, Alexis. Those were such great ideas. And hold up the book again for everybody. We wanna see it and wow. First of all, what a beautiful cover, and you know that there's so much great information in there, and so glad that you could join us and drop in today and give us some perspective, because like I said, I'm not necessarily all about the game, but I'm definitely all about the gathering.
Awesome. And I would say there are more ideas at my Pinterest page if you're interested, that can be turned around in a couple of days for Sundays. So feel free to
Wonderful. So maybe we'll put the link to your Pinterest page too. Is that they can access that off your website?
We can access it through our social media. Yes.
Okay. Very good. So everyone, check out Pinterest and look for hosted. It's under hosted on Pinterest?
TMC.
Okay. Hosted by TMC on Pinterest. And we have been putting all the links up on the screen, so you can follow Alexis on all of her social. I mean, I follow her. There's so much great information. So definitely check up on her, and we'll have her back. We're not going to let you go too far. We're going to have you back and talk again. There's definitely more celebrations coming.
Absolutely.
For sure. All right, Alexis, sit tight. We'll be back. We're going to go talk some food with Chef Rama. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Thank you for joining us, everyone. Just welcome back, chef and business owner Rama, who's with WannaBee Chef, and she is going to demonstrate a few appetizers that are easy to make and total crowd pleasers. Even if it's just your small group, why shouldn't people have an extra fun time? And as I shared, you know, for some of us, it's really all about the snacks. So give me 2 minutes to tell you a little bit more about Chef Rama. She is a private chef. She's a holistic health counselor. She's an educator and a teacher, a graduate of the Culinary School of America in New York, and was trained in the French Culinary Institute, the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, and Columbia University's Teachers College. She loves incorporating family and fun in the dishes she creates for her own clients and her own family. And she's got so many great online classes. I know she's doing one that next week, the 13th, I think it is, around Valentine's Day, and I have to tell you, I've been eyeing it myself, see if we can join to make a special kind of Pop-Tarts, but in the most healthy way possible, to be ready for Valentine's Day celebrations. And that's just one of so many great classes that she does for adults, for kids. And so you really have to check out her website and follow her on social media. Her stories are always fun. Her little lives where we get to see her cooking with mom, and happy birthday, mom. Shout out to mom. So let's jump into it. What you got there? What we make?
Thanks, Helen. You're always so sweet and very, complimentary to the intro. So thank you for that. So today we're making a really, just like you said, and I wanted to highlight this, a really intimate Super Bowl snack platter. So I'm calling it the ultimate chips and dip platter. And who doesn't love chips, right? So one thing that you really want to focus on is, and I think Alexis, you hit the nail on the head, is you really want to focus on bringing out some festive plates. Don't save that for anything special or a big event, because every day is special, especially that we're home more often. So definitely don't shun away from fun containers or plates. So we're going to be making a spicy pineapple salsa. So I know so many kids and adults love salsa, but I thought a fun way to spice up salsa would be using pineapple. So I'm going to quickly run through this. And then after this, we're going to be making a homemade ranch dip. I mean, I have 3 little kids. They inspire me for my recipes all the time. We cannot get enough ranch in our house. So it is so much healthier and better for you to make your own, and it tastes 10 times better than the store-bought stuff. So the salsa, we just have small dice pineapple. You can buy this fresh or canned. This is fresh. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to add some red onion or white onion. That's up to you. We just need a little piece of it. So about a quarter piece of red onion. I'm just going to give you a little 1-minute quick tutorial on cutting an onion, because I think as every home chef, whether you're an adult or kid, this is something to really just know how to do. Okay, so you want to cut your onion in half, and you want to make a couple of slits going horizontally, but not going all the way through. So you stop before you go all the way through, if that makes sense. And then a couple of slits going the other way vertically, okay? So what we've created is a grid, an onion grid. And now when you run your knife the other way, you're going to get some really nice small cubes. And so onion cutting is something that I think we should all learn, but I also think it's, when you know how to do it properly, it saves time and energy. Okay, so our chopped up onion, a little bit of fresh cilantro, and this comes together in minutes. You can make this a couple of hours in advance. It definitely stays well. You can do it the night before, but I will say that chopped onion does get a funky smell. So I would try to put the onion in the morning of, okay? Okay, so I'm cutting my lime, and here is where all the magic happens. We've got our pineapple. We are gonna go ahead and put in our onion and cilantro, the juice of half a lime. I love lime, and I love lemon and orange. I think it really just takes your dishes to the next level. Now for the spicy part. This is optional, right? Depending on who's at home and who likes spicy, you can go ahead and add a jalapeno chopped up. You can skip that. You can add a little bit, a lot, just make it your own, okay? And just like Alexis said, and I say in all my classes, get the kids involved in this. The kids absolutely love mixing. They love getting things together. So get them involved in this for sure. Okay, salt, pepper, cilantro, onion, pineapple. I am going to put, I just realized, I'm sorry, I'm going to put a little bit of crushed red pepper instead of jalapeno, which is a touch, because I think my kids are going to have some today. And this is it, guys. Look at this. This is so beautiful, so very colorful. And it just, I don't know, it's just a great fresh flavor in the winter besides tomato salsa.
Wow, that was so good. And that was so fast.
So fast. I mean, this is minutes. And it's all about, right? It's all about getting the kids involved. It's about enjoying the time with your family, whether you're watching the game or doing the karaoke thing. I'm going to do that one. That's amazing.
I love that one.
I'm going to steal that one for sure. So it's just getting kind of the food ready. And I love doing chips and dip as a platter, because I think you don't have to worry about heating it up or babysitting it on the stovetop. You can have it, set it out, and then go have some fun, right? So that's our first dish. That's our first dip. The second dip is going to be the homemade ranch. I cannot wait for you guys to see this one. We've got a cup of Greek yogurt full of protein, right? We have a cup of sour cream. Okay, the sour cream kind of adds that extra creaminess, but also that little bit of a tart flavor. And you guys will have the recipe, and I'm pretty sure of that. If you want it, it's going to be there. This is our spice mixture. We've got a teaspoon of dill, parsley, chives, garlic powder, and onion powder. This dip, on the other hand, tastes delicious when you make it the night before. And this one, you can even have your children, you can print this out and have your older children or even younger children follow directions, measure everything out, put it in the bowl and mix it. They can make this on their own. Okay, so salt, pepper, the dried herbs, spices, a little bit of lemon juice, and a pinch of sugar just to offset that tartness, okay? So that's it. And then guess what? This is all we do. You don't need a blender. You don't need to dirty more dishes. You give this homemade ranch a really nice mix, cover it up, put it in your fridge for 30 minutes. The flavors come together overnight. And here you go. Let me just grab my platter to show you. And this took me what? I don't know. I can't even see, but it took me like 5 minutes to make 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
It really did. Okay, I'm going to grab my platter. So I brought out my fun, festive red paisley platter. I took my favorite tortilla chips. I got 2 little bowls, and I'm going to go ahead. Well, before I do, I've got to even taste. Oh my gosh. It's so good. You just need some salt. The ranch. This will taste better again as it sits, okay? I'm going to go ahead, place some ranch in one bowl, and feel free to get creative also with your dip items. So carrot sticks, celery sticks, red peppers, radishes, raw cauliflower, blue corn tortilla chips. Just think outside the box and make it as fun and colorful because we eat with our eyes. And I'm sure, I am 100% sure actually, that your family will absolutely love this one. Here we go. Here's our ultimate chip and dip platter. We have the pineapple salsa and the homemade ranch. And that was easy.
So good. And I can't believe how little time that took you. I mean, that's amazing that you put that together so quickly.
You could too, though. You could too. I know you could. And I know your kids you keep them quite busy. So This would be a fun thing to do with them.
Yeah, they would love it. They really do. They do enjoy cooking, and they are all about mixing. Not always so neatly, but they're definitely all about mixing. But it's definitely all about the experience, and they're definitely all about dipping anything in a dip and enjoying it. So those are some great options.
And kids love dipping, right? Like I think that I don't know, when my kids were babies, I remember them just love dipping anything in everything, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
that didn't go together.
No, for sure. So those are such great options. So, obviously you put that together so quickly. Tell us real quick what else is going on in the world of Rama so that we can.
Many things going on, and I'm the type of person that I just cannot stop creating new classes. I've got an issue. Okay, it's a problem, but it's a good problem.
Good problem.
So the first one we have coming up, which I'm so excited about, is our Family Valentine's Day workshop. It's all about the ultimate Pop-Tart class. So we're doing Pop-Tarts from scratch, including the dough. We're making berry Pop-Tarts, a homemade frosting for that, and we're making pizza Pop-Tarts with a cheese fondue dipping sauce.
Wow.
So think of pizza, but having flavors of pizza with this really flaky and luxurious dough and then dipping it in that cheese fondue. So that's going to be really good and fun. And it's a family workshop. Like we know, it's hard to create these experiences sometimes, for celebrations like Valentine's Day or Christmas or, big ones like that. And so sometimes it's nice to take that extra special effort and do something as a family at home together. So it's a good way to commit to family time next Saturday for a couple of hours. And then we also have a adult series coming up that starts next week called Healthy Takeout series. So a lot of people have, gained some quarantine. What is it called? Quarantine 15? I don't know.
25, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's all
no judgment.
And no judgment. I totally understand. Yeah. I'm right there with you at times for sure. But it's a series for adults that takes you through the next 6 weeks, once a week, learning your favorite takeout dishes and making them healthier. So we do a healthy version of Chinese takeout one day. We do an Italian version, Mediterranean, and I'm all about supporting local restaurants for sure. So I do always say take a night or two and order from your local restaurant, but also remember that your health is wealth. and that you really want to be careful and try your very best to cook at home with clean ingredients and recipes.
Wow, that's what we love about you, Chef Rama, is that not only do you make our taste buds dance, but you're also thinking about our bodies and keeping us, healthy.
Yeah. I mean, health is wealth, right? And I think right now more than ever, we are reminded of that on a daily basis. So it's food is medicine. So it's really, really counts on what you put in. So that class starts next Tuesday, once a week for adults for the next 5 weeks. They're live classes. So I'm right there holding your hand every step of the way.
So for our viewers, we have the links in the comments that are how to get to WannaBee Chef, which is Chef Rama's website. And you can get the links to the classes there. We have also dropped in we're going to drop in the recipes for you so that you can make the ranch dip and make the pineapple dip at home and be ready for Sunday. Let's bring Alexis back too. And then ladies, first of all, this was so much fun. And, as I said, I'm not someone who's all about the game. I get, sports is not, I'll cheer anyone on, but sports is not necessarily my thing. From watching sporting events like that, I don't mind going in person and having the experience. But all that said, having all the details to think about, these fun activities to do alongside, the fun prep work, the great snacks, really makes it a totally different event. So let me ask you, ladies, who are you rooting for in the game?
Nobody.
Anyone have anyone that they're?
I'm rooting for the halftime show.
Me too. The snacks and the halftime. Helen, did you know this about Alexis and I? Because you must have handpicked when it comes to not being gone.
As you know, I'm right there with you, sisters. So I get it. I just thought I'd ask in case it was just me. At the end of the day, really, the fun can be for everyone, and that's really, I think, what you guys were so wonderful about imparting today. Is that it really is just about look, we've all spent a lot of time with our pods and with those that we are, seeing daily. And this is a fun way to make the day a little bit different. This is a way to make it a little bit special and also to make your stomach happy and, have some good laughs for your mental health and enjoy yourself. So thank you so much for filling us up with so many great ideas and great recipes. And we look forward to having you both back on for other conversations. And for our viewers, I know that you're going to want to go back and watch this again to make sure you have the detail and the slicing techniques for the onions and making sure that you can check out the different options that Alexis put up there. You can watch this. It's on our Facebook page. It will be here. Please consider, you can share it with people in your life, send the link through Messenger, share it to your Facebook page, text the link to a friend. But, definitely think about making Sunday a little bit of a different fun day for yourself and for your families. And stay connected to both of these ladies. There's so much fun, great, interesting things that they have going on for you to get engaged with. We know you can get Alexis's book at all the major websites, outlets, and through her website. You can connect with all Chef Rama's classes, same way. Really, ladies, thank you. That's such a great way to end the week, for sure. Yeah. And on a more serious note for everyone, football season and the big Super Bowl game ends up being a time when human trafficking, ends up, it's an opportunity to educate on something that happens every day of the year. But the Super Bowl and large events like this definitely, ramp up these types of crimes. And I want to make sure that you know where you can go to get information about human trafficking and our hotline number in case you see something and want to report it. And we will put the link in our comments here for our New Jersey Coalition Against Human Trafficking. And that way you can connect with them. As you know, it's a constant conversation that we have here, and definitely an opportunity for us to step back and think about there. And it's a great place to donate money from your gathering over this time, for sure. YWCA is always an option, but human trafficking causes are a great option, like the coalition, or any kind of food insecurity programs, because this is definitely a time that a lot of people are struggling and those groups are stepping in. So think about doing that as well. And we look forward to you joining us for some upcoming events for the YWCA. On February 12th, we have our Friendship Friday, which is about sharing your story, scrapbooking, and journaling to share your life. So we do encourage all of our seniors and our aging population to consider that. On February 26th, for our young women, 15 to 20, join us for the Color Complex. It's a conversation to raise awareness about the impact of colorism in our communities and around the globe, and learn about perceptions and beliefs around skin, hair, texture, and features, and how it can influence behavior and attitudes. Watch your screen and your calendars and your social media accounts, because the Women's Leadership Conference is coming. I know, and I know, many of you have, that's where you know about the YW from our annual event. We decided we may not be able to sit side by side and enjoy it, but we are not missing the opportunity to lift and inspire the women in our community. We are reimagining it a little bit different this year as some conversations, and we have 4 amazing women that are going to be talking with us. So we'll have that information start being posted. Definitely sign up, and we look forward to being with you throughout March and ending the month, which of course is Women's History Month, with a wonderful networking event. So we look forward to having you part of that. Everyone, have a safe, fun, restful weekend, and please stay masked, double masked now, and keep social distancing, stick with your pods, get yourself registered for your vaccines, even if you have to wait, and be safe. We're thinking of all of you, and we're so happy to have this time with you. And Alexis and Chef Rama, thank you.
Bye.